Hey guys, James Performance. Today we'll talk about inner tie rod ends and what we've come up with a new product that we just got completed and show you the benefits, differences of all kinds of inner tie rod ends. We all know on pretty much any Kawasaki, your inner tie rod end joint where it bolts into the steering rack is connected to your mid bar, and then your mid bar is connected to your outer joint, and then your outer joint goes to the tire. The way Kawasaki sells, or lack thereof sells, these tie rods is you cannot get these individual from a steering rack. They make you buy a $900 steering rack on a KRX to replace one of these inner joints, because this inner joint is connected to the mid bar. Now, majority of your aftermarket tie rods are going to be a three-piece, meaning there's a inner joint like this. There's going to be a separate mid bar, and then you've got your outer joint, whether it be a traditional boot style or like a Hyman pin type of thing. The biggest issue we've seen with aftermarket inner joints or OEM inner joints is these things have a plastic liner. Once this plastic liner inside of here gets a little bit of loose, you get a whole lot of tie rod play in and out, and it's what makes your tires start to wiggle and jiggle. Once that happens, there's nothing you can do about it. You either got to replace this whole thing with a whole new steering rack, or do an aftermarket deal with an inner, a mid bar, and an outer. Now, like I said, majority of your inners, traditional automotive style, they have a nylon liner that goes into a metal housing. These are cheap, they're effective. Aftermarket stuff, you can just replace an inner joint and be good to go. You don't have to replace all this crap like an OEM stuff. Our issue with these is tires are getting bigger, machines are getting faster, trees are getting larger. If you get some looseness in here, whether again it be from a larger tire hitting a tree, whatever the case may be, once you get some play in here, these are pretty much a throwaway joint. It gets loose, throw it away, put another one on there, good to go. Yes, these are good for the majority of folks. They do last a good bit if you keep them dry and lubricated. There's nothing really wrong with them. We use a particular joint from a manufacturer on all of our existing tie rods. They will last you a good long bit. If it gets loose, change it. Good deal. Another problem we've seen, this is off of one of my personal ones. Again, with this nylon joint pressed into the housing, got to have some way to retain it. This retainer goes onto here. This particular one was off my Wildcat. I took out a rock, and this retainer that is swedged, and swedged meaning this goes on there, this is pressed over in the housing, and then now this stays put. That's what swedged means. This actually ripped off this whole stud on my tie rod and just came off, and then this was stuck onto the steering rack. So again, another point of failure. So with all of that other talk, we can talk about the super junk stuff too if you wanted to. They do have an adjustable deal similar to what we're going to be doing, but there's a lot of issues with these that I feel. I don't like their retaining system. Their stud's too short. It's too hard. All kinds of cool stuff. They tried. They did a good job-ish, but not so much. So there's that. But what we've got coming out with, just come back from heat treat a couple days ago. We're starting to get these put together. For the lack of a better name, and I really don't know what else to call these things, we're going to call these things the INDESTRUCTO joint by Brute Performance. These are a all metal, fully adjustable, heat treated, CNC machined assembly, inner tie rod end. We've, again, taken into consideration all of these things that we've seen issues, and we've engineered them out. Simple, effective, overkill, stout as crap, and if you can break one of these things, I'm going to give you a high five, and I'm going to send you another one, because these things are freaking stout, man. Fully adjustable, meaning we don't have a plastic liner in there. We don't have a retainer that's been swedged in there. If you get a loose joint from wear, adjust it, lock it back down, you have a brand new joint again. These are serviceable, rebuildable, adjustable. They are simple. 4 parts. 5 including the jam nut if you wanted to. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 4 parts. You got the cup that goes onto the ball. You've got the body that retains the ball. And you've got the jam nut that holds us all together. And that's it. These are going to be available in M14 and M16. So it'll be Tyrex, KRX. These will work on Polaris, Can-Ams, X3s. They're on the outside. We're going to work on a little boots out here. Apparatus, that's coming later. Not quite ready for the X3 people. I'm sure it'll work on Talons. I'm not too familiar with the Talon stuff. Hell, you could probably put this on your damn Toyota Corolla if you wanted to. Not for on-road use. Cool. Lower me to say that. Greasable. Throw a little bit of grease in here. Adjust this to where it needs to be. Just like that. And it's going to last you a long time. Again, these are heat treated. I'm not telling you the material because I know people are going to copy me. We've taken in consideration all of the different materials from everybody else, including OEM, some other car parts, Moog, stuff like that. We've chosen material, we've chosen hardness that are going to last you a very, very long time. In the event of maintenance, it's going to be very easy to maintenance, but these are going to last quite a while. These things are freaking humongous as far as the diameter of these things. Ball size of these things are freaking humongous compared to some of the others available. I mean, again, everything's large and in charge. You ain't gonna break none of this. 5/8 stud is what we've always done on all of our other tie rods. That does mimic some of the other stuff that we've been using. These will be a direct bolt-in replacement for any of our pre-existing tie rods, whether it be Tyrex, KRX. Obviously, brute force will not fit because brute force will have inch time joint. The other popular brands, again, that are available in the off-road scene, these are a direct replacement. Measurements are on the website as far as how long this is, how long the stud is, stuff like that. Stud will fit any of your popular steering racks. There's a new company out there that are talking about bump steer and this and that, and yeah, cool. If you're desert racer, you need less feedback. You need absolute precision on a going 90 mile an hour down the desert. This probably ain't for you. For the other 90% of people that want a oversized joint for use with portals, big tires, lift kits, something that's fucking stout, this is for you. Does it change bump steer? Probably. I don't know. I'm not all about that jam. Is it going to make this thing ride like shit? Because we've changed the pivot point of OEM 1/4 of an inch? No. You going to notice that? No. Is it going to hold up to portals? 6-8 inch portals with a 40 inch tractor tire, 40, 50, shit, 60 inch nowadays is about the norm. Yeah, that's what these are for. Yes, they are expensive. Did turn out a little more than I wanted to be, but it's the best of what we can find and the best of what we can use. So it is what it is on that. We don't make very much on these. This is really just for you guys. And really, this started out as me personally not liking any of the joint choices available. So I said, well, no, we'll just make our own, make it better. And that's what we've come up with. So again, for the lack of a better name, we're going to call these the INDESTRUCTO joints. They will be on the website. We will have these available. We do have, I believe, 50 available. So it'll be 25 sets. I'm sure they're going to go fast. And we are going to most definitely make more and continue making little tiny improvements here and there on these things. But these things, I've been using these probably the past 6 months or so when we did the first one, fully assembled, ready to go on our personal KRX. And I almost forgot about it because they work so well. And that's really what you want with a part. You want to put it on there. You want to not care about it, not have to maintain it every ride. And you want it not to fall apart like some of these other options out there. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to give us a call. If you have a better name for this joint, let us know. But we'll see y'all next time.